Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. As you'll notice, we're paused just because I just logged into the game. So forgive me for maybe not jumping right into things. It's been a little bit since I recorded last, so let's become aware of our surroundings. We've still got 2 tons of algae, so that's awesome. We're going to go in here. It is going to suck up some of our air, but it will expose our deoxidizer. So it will increase how much oxygen we're generating. And then I think that will be our cue at that point to get the oxygen set up, like our normal oxygen room set up in like one of the cold biomes. And then we can really start ramping up how many dupes we have. Just because I don't want to, strain all of our algae right off the bat, just to get to, the later game stuff. Because I feel like the moment we start trying to stretch ourselves too thin is when we start getting our problems. So, not leaving people idle, but keeping them, busy. We'll find that equilibrium point somewhere in the middle. The one problem with coming down here is the not being able to breathe from like right here. This isn't too bad, actually. Let's see how germs. It's good, and it doesn't look like we have anybody infected just yet. And again, we're not using this water because of the germs. We've got quite a few in there. I'm not sure how we're going to deal with that. Perhaps set up a couple algae terrariums. They actually, because they end up using the water in the tile rather than having someone drop it off, it basically eats the germs. So, while not being the best use of algae, at least until we get more automatic algae, really, we're going to end up using it all and then kind of be stuck at that amount of oxygen until we get out here to, like we have this little bit, but we haven't really uncovered much that's not, that's a really big slime biome, like seriously one of the biggest ones I've had in this game, and it's going to keep me from going straight up. Like I can go through here, but it's kind of my only option, at least until I get my suits up and running, which I really don't think is, like a right around the corner thing. I'm gonna dig up my power, like building up here, I think, because I really just don't want it anywhere near the food, and I want to be able to expand upwards as much as possible. Just so, we can take care of everybody. Oh, getting into here. Oh, this is filling up with carbon dioxide. So how is our pressure doing? Pressure in there is alright. This will start falling kind of any second now. It started. See there, it's actually going up in pressure. I guess it will actually kind of hold still until like this area fills up. I'm not sure how the pressure really works, but I do want to maybe figure that out in this this colony at least. And I'm not going to worry about closing these in right away just because it's not an issue. Wait, didn't I have 3? Yeah, okay. 3 puddles. That's definitely in a more manageable area. I'm not going to be able to get most of my food put in until I get rid of this. Which is kind of a good thing because, you know, kind of getting to that point. Let's go ahead and dig another layer of this. Maybe go ahead and do a layer of that as well. We are getting a bit of polluted oxygen. Is that from... It might be from that polluted water. Here, let's go in there and let's mop it. Okay. It's just those 2 spots, and I don't think either of them have germs on it like that one does, but... Okay, cool. Alright, we got more research done. So we got the Atmos sensor, and the gas shut off. Not that we can make any of it just yet, but just because we want to have those specific buildings right away, and we don't necessarily need everything else. Which is really why we put this in here. That, and it makes all of these grow faster even without a farmer that can use the farm station. And I'm not sure that we actually were using the farm station in our last colony, so that's going to be something to look at. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue digging out this way. As long as we don't run into any bleach stone. That's gonna fall down, but we should still dig it out. And hopefully we don't have to go too far to get to... Get a little bit of hydrogen into our base, but that's okay. It should gather up here, and then we can figure out what to do after that. And mostly I'm just kind of trying to dig to the sides and down, kind of as spread out as possible, so I can get, you know, a better idea of what is directly below us. Mostly just so I can try and make the best decisions possible about where things should be, and mostly how to keep our travel times and our travel distances low, while still, you know, going out and doing things that are important elsewhere on the map. Again, one of those, you know, middle ground things that you just have to do it again and again until you figure it out. Can we go ahead and put our water sieve in? I think so. And I think what we should do is put this in here. And then we can take one of these out. I think 2 fills 1, but I'm not 100% sure. I should maybe also start bringing that outwards from the base. Or maybe fertilizer generators. I've heard they're really useful, but I haven't worked with them as of yet. It's not like they're, oops, sorry about that. It's not like they're power generation, it's just, wait a minute. Like, we get phosphorite, but do we make fertilizer out of phosphorite? Because I know, okay, we do still have shine nymphs. We have the egg in here, don't we? Yeah, we do. Critter egg. There we go. And then we also want to put phosphorite in here. I guess we just haven't gone over and picked any of it up here. Let's just go sweep some of this. That. Jobs mastered, awesome. Let's go check that out. Okay. What else do you want to do? So I can't put tier 3 just yet. We don't we don't want to. Wow, that's actually quite a bit of a jump from 2 to 4 to 8. Ouch. So let's see. An art student, I guess, would be good. Yeah, art student's good. It's your best, like your next best thing. I mean, not that we need 1,000,000,000 of them, but you know, just for the sake of having multiple people that can do it in case, you know, something goes on. I love that our farmers just leave the food laying there. I'm sure there's some other reason why there's food poisoning that gets into the food. So, just need 3 high. Which me. And also that'll force all the air out of there, so. Okay. So it looks like we're slowly still pumping carbon dioxide into that area. Okay, so this does look like it's going full time. Well, no, not quite. But it does have quite a high concentration in here still. Like, it's dropping there, so it looks like it's going to go to like an even pressure across everything first, and then kind of build up over time. So it does seem to try to equalize before it. I don't know how to explain it, but I think I kind of get it. Do we already have a deodorizer? Yeah, we do. Let's go ahead and dig. Wait, maybe not that one. Well, no, I guess we can just get into there now. Let's auto harvest these just because, you know, we've got them. They'll give us a little extra food. Not that it actually looks like we're struggling anymore. Let's also dig out this. Oh yeah, see we get some of the fertilizer there with the water. That's right. I forgot about that. Like I was like, I know I remember, but what it was that actually did it, I couldn't have told you. Alright. So nothing, well, let's not say nothing until we search out. It's a really interesting temperature to have just like ribboned in there. I really like that more, but I hope that he doesn't die, because it will be very unfortunate if I can't harvest his polluted oxygen. Of course we can use like our polluted water as an oxygen source as well. It's kind of one of my favorites. Just kill off the germs by piping it into like a cold area, at least enough to kill the germs off. Maybe not to like warm up the area. I've learned my lesson on that. You don't want to just completely even out the map. It does kind of work if you can get a anti-entropy thermal nullifier. I might have gotten that right. Which apparently it's a really strong way of getting rid or producing colder temperatures. Like really strong. So we'll have to use that if we find one. I do want to get in here. We probably have at least some storage with some stuff in it. We can kind of dig down and under our water. I don't really see an argument really against it, but I'm also still like way out here and I'm not seeing anything. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to take this and bring this down here, and unfortunately we're gonna have to get all this iron. It'll be so tragic to have to pick up iron, but I suppose we will survive. Hey, we want you back on research. So we got all the way to our environmental protection, so that was a bit of a stretch, but like, what else are we doing right now, right? I think getting this sooner than later would be good, but so would this. But we also have to get that before we can build any of this, so let's go ahead and start with that, and then we'll see where we're going from there. And I don't know what I've been doing on episode length. I think I might have been going for 20 minutes, but that's a little bit short, so I'm going to go for 25 and see how that feels, and we'll work on it from there. Now, one thing is I'm not letting a huge concentration in of oxygen, so just from them coming in and out we are getting a bit, but it's not enough for this to really compress just yet. So as they're going in and out to do small things, it'll slowly kind of even out. But, you know, that's not what we're here for. We're, mostly trying to get the base equalized out, and then then we can worry about filling other areas with oxygen. And the other thing about the exosuits is the way they drain the bathrooms, because you can, or their bladders, rather. So like, when they're in the exosuit, they just go. They don't hold it, they don't anything, they just go. So, I mean, that's one cool thing, and the only problem is that you don't produce the wastewater. Which I, suppose isn't the worst thing in the world. It's not like we're, using it for anything, but eventually, I don't know. They don't produce too much, I guess. Only, I can't remember what the math was. I'm sure somebody said it on a video that I've watched before, but what can you do? I am starting to increase my total food. How is this pressure-wise? We're still kind of creeping up, but we're to like the 800s in this area. Oh yeah, so we brought the carbon dioxide down really far. It's actually almost full of oxygen in here. Of course, all of this is really low pressure, so that's alright. It's mischief managed. So we are going to run power into this. I'm not sure about piping just yet. Oh, that might be a problem. So luckily we've already switched our water supply, so I don't see why they're disinfecting it before they use it. Now they can't use it, so now if they need to now, they won't. But with these, oh look, they're actually talking. Well, that's cool. I didn't know they could talk while they actually did their jobs. But, I mean, I guess this is the expressive upgrade, so. Wait. Okay, so it must be just a visual bug on the houses not resetting. I wonder, take it off screen? Any chance? Nope. I think once they use it is when it'll reset the visual, because I've seen that before, but obviously it fixed itself at some point, so we'll keep an eye out for that. What's our oxygen situation in here? Getting better. Well, not really. Oh, because they come up here, they gasp it all out, and then they run out. Yeah, they let a relatively low amount of oxygen through, so it's not too bad. But let me tell you, this isn't quite working out as I had hoped it would. I can't wait to get in there to start draining off the water. And it'll be really important there as well. I'd like to find a nice sized area with enough pinch of pepper plants that I can kind of seal it off and still let the Drecos roam around in the area and like have enough food. Yeah, we really only need 1 or 2 to keep up with our, with how many suits we're gonna need. So, oh, we finished our research again. So let's go ahead and do let's do the advanced power regulation, just to give us a little bit more time. So our food is definitely increasing. I'm still not 100% sure. So we've got 2 of these. I think before we go to 6 people, we would want to increase oxygen generation again. Though, this time, I'm going to build a room and take all these and put them in it like I did. I know in one of the kind of update videos, rather than like the day-to-day type stuff like this. No, I guess we're a little over time. So I guess we can end it on that. We got the water sieve started, and not much overall, but we're definitely learning about. Yeah, see, it did reset. So I guess we learned a little bit about what's going on. Get a little progress done on digging. Next episode we'll see if we can find anything further out. But thank you again for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff that helps me see whatever everyone's liking. Actually got a lot of people watching some of our episodes recently, so that's been huge for me, just watching everything kind of speed up as we've gone along, and it means a lot. So thanks for all the love, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.